Hi everyone, this is Aries Moon Girl, and this is a special video to talk about the things that are happening at the moment in the world under the influence of this lunar eclipse that we had yesterday. I was thinking how to do this type of videos. I don't usually do prediction videos. I did one on Uranus in Taurus, which I thought it's a good long time lesson that we need to listen to. And because now I believe what we're going through is a lesson that's here to stay, in my opinion, for the next 2 decades. I just wanted to talk a bit about the second half of 2020, what's going on at the moment, how this will continue, what does this all mean, and what's the prediction for the next half of the year, then maybe just generally looking at the next 2 years where Gemini North Node will take over. So guys, actually 2 weeks ago, or if I'm not mistaken, 2-3 weeks ago, we kind of started entering this Gemini influx. So we had the new moon in Gemini, then following this with Sun entered Gemini, also before this, and Venus is in Gemini. Venus went retrograde, and more interestingly, North Node has entered Gemini. So a lot of movement in that part of the sky, a lot of movement in that area of life that has to do with local communities, that has to do with news, local news, that has to do with your immediate surroundings and the people that are immediately close to you. What's this Gemini movement all about? For the past, let's say 20 years, societies have become more and more open, more and more globalized. It's been an expansion. It's been like a boom of people expanding beyond their means, of societies just not being concentrated in local communities anymore. People just growing outside of it all. And what's been going on now recently with the current tensions is we're growing a bit too big for our shoes in every aspect. World that's continuously globalized, where boundaries are being extended, where not anarchy, but like the old type of leadership of daddy figure ruling over everyone and all of this. We see it coming back in many countries. I will try to stay apolitical here, but we see at the same time that this is not really working. People trying to contain this world, make it smaller, and the world kind of spilling over, exploding. I'm just going into everything so you guys understand the whole picture in the sky. What's been going on with Capricorn since Pluto has entered Capricorn, and now more than ever when Jupiter went over Pluto and it made it explode, is those structures that are holding us in place need to change, need to loosen up, need to allow for that way richer, way bigger world to develop. Aquarius plays a big role in this. That's why everything that's now in Capricorn will move into Aquarius. Saturn has moved already, but it's coming back towards Capricorn. So it's coming back to, okay, no, I still have a few things to fix there. Because what we saw happening is it went from Capricorn, so it went from the power of Capricorn, it went into Aquarius, where it kind of restricted the masses through this COVID months, where we kind of had to stay indoors, and we kind of had to restrict our world a bit. So Aquarius, which is that expansive world, was restricted. This is what we've experienced. Now everything is moving in Gemini, so we're going away from that expansive global world, but we're tying ourselves closer to our communities. We're becoming more engaged in what local means for us, and the people near us, and the people like us, our brothers, our sisters, are like. And all of this is fine. With Venus going retrograde there's a flare of... Also, when a planet goes retrograde, it's like opening the energy of that planet up, you know, like a wound that makes place for it to open and kind of brings back things. It's a lot stronger. So that love of immediate is stronger. But at the same time, what's going on and what happened these days, and we'll see it play out over the next 6 months because it's just started, was that eclipse in Sagittarius with the south node of the moon, so with the past. Sagittarius is beliefs. What you need to understand about Sagittarius, because I'm a Pisces and I need to talk about this, they call Sagittarius religious, and so all the beliefs that are Sagittarius are man-made beliefs. So what's been going on now, it's an explosion from local communities over those man-made beliefs. So people need to kind of let go of everything that they knew to be true, of everything they constructed their societies on. People need to explode or change or their structures, their leaders through Capricorn. So this is going on, and it's kind of eating at everything, you know, like it's creating a lot of inner turmoil of letting go, because to be honest, letting go of a belief is as hard as letting go of a possession, of a loved one. Beliefs are so ingrained in people's minds, and even if you don't know why you're doing something, you find the right, you have the right to do that. This is how it always was, this is how it always should be. And many beliefs were wrong, were installed by man, by people, and were not the right beliefs. They were maybe practical at that moment for certain groups that were in power, but they were not the right beliefs. So local communities are tearing down those beliefs. Now, because I'm a Pisces and this is the energy I vibrate with and what I'm feeling, there's 2 elements in Pisces which are causing this, and it's a bit of a weird mixture, because on the one hand it's defense, on the other hand it's that destroy force. So I told you in Capricorn, anyways, things are changing now, where you'll see over the next 10 years, 20 years, the leadership that we know now will not exist. There will be something else in place, something else, and that Aquarius movement will start. But until then, what's going on immediately is we're letting go of these old beliefs. The cross that plays a big role now in this is the mobile cross. It's Gemini, where I said everything is going on, Sagittarius, where we just had this eclipse, lunar eclipse, and Pisces. Mars is in Pisces and is squaring all of this, is squaring the Gemini planet and is squaring those old beliefs in Sagittarius. Pisces is also belief, but it's not man-made. Pisces is that human compassion. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, because I feel like sometimes you need to enter that energy, and because I have it in me. Pisces also, Mars there is pretty passive. Pisces doesn't care about anything. It really doesn't. The one thing where you can activate Pisces is through human sorrow. This is where Pisces actually cares about something. This is where Mars has a role to play for Pisces, and then it becomes even more powerful than anything. So pain, human pain, unfairness, spiritual pain, that's where Pisces plays out. So Pisces kind of inflates that spiritual plane, and it comes to hit those beliefs, and it comes to hit those local communities. It comes to hit the information flow. It comes to hit all of this. So what we see now is that Pisces kind of wants to heal that pain, but it wants to heal it through a Mars type of energy. So it goes at shaking like Mars does, but shaking through expressing your pain. So this will slowly start to die out, and it will not, in my opinion, it will not be solved immediately. In my opinion, this will take years, and as I told you, I see it over the next 20 years or so moving. I think we'll be talking by the time where the roles have reversed, the North Node is in Sagittarius and the South Node is in Gemini. We'll be talking about those new beliefs being installed, but that's a long way from here now. So yeah, I feel like at the same time, when I said about Pisces, there's one other protector which is not such a good protector, because it's Neptune in Pisces that's trining those Capricorn planets. So there's still this illusion of the power of the strong leaders that will sort out the problems, and kind of Pisces does two roles. It kind of goes into the small society. It kind of goes to the core of the society and tells people, you are in pain, let it out, let it, renounce those beliefs, cure yourself through that, through letting that pain burn. But at the same time, Neptune is kind of supporting the existing leadership. So it's still giving that fake, it can be fake, it can be sugar-coated illusion that whatever authority we have in power in all of these countries are doing the best, are okay, and are holding it under control. So it's like we're walking on a tightrope, and it's very divided, because at the bigger level you'll see the same structure staying there and being maintained, and at the core level you'll see the fire burning through the sorrow of those communities, of those immediate communities. You'll see the fire burning through news. You'll see the fire burning through your local environment. So until that fire reaches the top and it kind of expands totally, this might be towards the end of the year as well, when there's that when all the planets come back into Capricorn and Saturn is over Jupiter there. Yeah, I feel like we won't get an immediate solution, but one thing that we can work with is let go of everything that we know, I think that's the preparation for this age of Aquarius. That's the preparation for the next step we're walking in, and everything is changing. I talked to you guys about what's changing in terms of health, land, and all of this. We're going back to our roots. So we're going back to signs like Taurus, Gemini, where it's more about working in your immediate communities to build something up. And this will then, with time, will move into the bigger things, and it will change. Until then, we'll still have this purge happening with our authorities, with people in power, with the structures, and it will take a while. But one thing which we need to know is letting go of everything that we know, building on those communities, and understanding the suffering of every human being. It's not group against group. When it gets to mobile signs, it's so expansive. And when it gets to Pisces, because that's the energy that's putting the fire now, it's about each individual human pain. It's not about any groups. It's not about, it plays out through groups, through Gemini, but it kind of, it takes it from beliefs that have to do with human identity, it takes it to soul identity. So if you're flexible and fluid like that, you can navigate it and you can understand it faster, and you can release some of that power, release some of that pain. That's what Mars in Pisces does. Release the pain, please. Because if you understand it and accept it, then it hurts way less. If we pile it and we fight it against each other, then it hurts way more. Anyways, the pressure is at the top as well, as I said. So those are interesting times. I would like to say that there is an immediate solution. I just think it's a slow transformation, and I think that will come out totally changed. Like the changes in beliefs will be so enormous that we won't even believe that this was happening. Moving times, guys. Okay, until next time, I'm Aries Moon Girl. I care about the stars, but most of all, I care about you. And this is why I do these videos. Comment down below if you have any personal opinions about everything that's going on at the moment. I'll come back with my usual personality type videos. Just needed to do a video on this and discuss with you guys what I think it's happening for now, for the next 6 months, and for the medium to long term future. Bye bye.